I would like to thank Caressa McKnight for sending me this story right here. And let me tell you, prior to me being sent this story, I didn't have any idea who this person was by face, nor did I know who they were by name. But as far as the story goes, I'm really familiar with that because I've talked about stuff like this before. So this individual's name is Arcangel, and he's a Latin pop star who was just recently arrested on domestic battery charges on what he did a couple weeks ago to the mother of his child. So basically what happened was him and the mother of his child got into an argument, and they basically got into a physical dispute. Now, well, before I even go into that, let me keep on going with the story. Now, they got into a physical altercation because, according to her, he was talking to some other woman. She got upset. They started yelling at each other, got into arguments, and then it got physical. So physical, in fact, that it involved a foot to face kind of contact thing. And it involved his foot to her face. He kicked her and she landed into the wall. Like, I'm talking about kick as in some damn MMA type style thing to the face, and she landed smack into the wall. And when they went back in to look at the surveillance footage, they said, oh no, that's just how we play around. It was just horseplay. It meant absolutely nothing, and this, that, and the third. I don't know many people who play around like that, like involving getting kicked into the wall. I don't see how that's considered to be horseplay. Now, the last time we saw a Latin person get into it with their significant other was that baseball player who was literally beating the shit out of his girlfriend. Remember that video where they were in the stairwell and he was just going in on her on them stairwells? And then what was so crazy about it is he knocked her glasses off and knocked the purse out of her hand, and then was nice enough to give her purse back and put the glasses back on her face, only to hit her again and knock the glasses right back off. I will never forget that imagery right there. I think that happened about 2 years ago. I remember that. But yeah, they said that this was just horseplay and this is nothing more than that. But they was like, nah, we can't take your word simply on that, especially since we looked at their surveillance footage and we saw how brutal it was. So he ended up getting arrested and pretty much was charged with misdemeanor domestic battery. Now, what's interesting is this. If y'all remember Ray Rice and Janae Rice, they got into a domestic dispute in a hotel inside of the elevator, and the surveillance footage picked that up. Ray Rice did everything he could to try to apologize and everything like that. Him and his wife, now wife, ended up getting married because at the time they were just engaged. They ended up getting married and whatnot. People were upset about that. He ended up losing everything. He lost his entire NFL career behind that. My question is this: will this guy lose his entire career behind that? Oh, and since we want to correlate it to singers, remember what happened with Chris Brown and Rihanna? That happened, what, 11 years ago now? And they still harp on that because they was hoping that his career would go down in a dumpster fire, and it clearly is not. But they'll bring it up every time Chris Brown is in a situation. Every time. I mean, if you go in, Chris Brown could be talking about curing cancer. And they said, well, back in 2008, on this day, him and Rihanna got into a domestic dispute in which he left her face looking like this. And you know they'll do it. So my question is, are they going to give this guy the same treatment as they gave Chris Brown? Are they going to give this guy the same treatment as they gave Ray Rice? I won't hold my breath. But see, I don't know much about this artist. I don't follow Latin pop stars to really care whether or not they're going to quote unquote stick it to him. But I mean, I guess we'll see. But like I said, I wouldn't care because I don't know much about this guy. I don't know anything about him at all besides this story right here. This is my first time ever hearing about him. What a good first impression, I guess. But y'all let me know what y'all think about this down in the comments, and I will talk to you in the next one.